Success doesn't happen by chance. It's not reserved for a lucky few or for those who get things right the first time. It's the result of a choice. The choice to stay consistent, to keep showing up, even when you don't feel like it, even when the results seem slow, and even when the odds feel stacked against you. It's about choosing to do the work, day in and day out, with unwavering commitment. Right now, you might be struggling. Maybe you're not seeing the progress you want, or perhaps you feel like you've hit a wall. It's in these moments, the moments when you feel like giving up, that true success is built. Because the people who succeed aren't the ones who never fail, they're the ones who refuse to quit. Today, we're diving into the power of consistency. You see, consistency is the silent force that turns dreams into reality. It's not about grand gestures or overnight success. It's about showing up day after day, even when the results are invisible. And trust me, the payoff will come. It always does, but only for those who stay consistent and never give up. If you're ready to stop waiting for motivation and start relying on the power of discipline, if you're ready to break through the barriers that have been holding you back, then stay with me. We're about to explore how staying consistent, no matter how tough it gets, is the key to unlocking the success you've been working for. Part 1, the power of consistency, why it matters. Consistency is not a glamorous word. It doesn't sparkle, it doesn't flash, and it sure doesn't promise instant results. But here's the truth. Consistency is the bedrock of success. It's the quiet force that drives progress even when no one is watching, and even when it feels like nothing is changing. It's the reason why some people achieve great things while others never get off the ground. The difference is simple: staying consistent even when it gets tough. Think about it. What does it take to be successful in anything? Whether you want to build a business, get in shape, or improve your skills, you have to keep showing up. The key to success is not found in one grand gesture, not in a single moment of brilliance, but in your willingness to keep going when it's difficult. Every time you don't feel like doing the work, every time you want to quit, staying consistent is what keeps you moving forward. You've heard the stories of the people who seem to be born with talent, right? The ones who make it look easy. But the truth is, those people weren't born with success handed to them. What you see is the result of years, sometimes decades, of consistent effort. The magic of success doesn't come from a breakthrough, but from getting in the game long enough to have one. And here's the catch. Nobody gets to the top without showing up. When it's hard, without sticking to the grind, even when it feels like it's not working. When you're consistent, you start to build something solid, something that lasts. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out or if you've been at it for years. Single effort counts. Over time, those small actions add up. They compound, and one day you look up and realize how far you've come. But you don't get there by being great all at once. You get there by staying committed to the process, even when it's hard. I get it. Life throws curveballs, challenges come up, things go wrong. It's easy to feel discouraged, to question whether all your effort is even worth it. You might even think about quitting, but that's the point where most people fail. They stop before the breakthrough happens. They quit just before the results show up. Consistency in the face of adversity is what separates the winners from the rest. The truth is, no one cares if you're tired, if you're frustrated, or if you're ready to throw in the towel. The world doesn't care about your excuses. You don't get credit for the struggles you face. The world only cares about results, and results are earned through hard work and consistency. You can't skip the process, no matter how tough it gets. If you want to see change, you have to be willing to keep showing up. Whether it's the early mornings when the rest of the world is still asleep, or the nights when you're exhausted and all you want to do is rest. Real growth happens when you push through those moments. It's about developing the mental toughness to keep going when your body is telling you to stop. It's about creating a habit of doing the work day in and day out, even when you don't see immediate results. And here's something to remember. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to get it right every time. Consistency isn't about perfection. It's about showing up. It's about making a commitment to yourself to keep moving forward no matter the setbacks or challenges that come your way. Because those setbacks, they're part of the journey. They're what teach you the lessons you need to learn. They're what makes success taste that much sweeter when it finally comes. I've seen it time and time again. People who start with nothing, who don't have the advantages or the resources that others do, but they keep showing up, and because of that consistent effort, they eventually create something remarkable. It's not magic. It's the result of never giving up. And that's the part that most people miss. Success doesn't come from waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect conditions. It comes from just doing the work day after day. There's a reason why people like you and me, everyday people, are capable of achieving extraordinary things. It's because we can outlast others. The difference between someone who makes it and someone who doesn't is often simply the willingness to stick with it longer than everyone else. When you stay consistent, you keep building momentum. And momentum is what turns small efforts into massive success. It's not one big action, but a series of consistent actions that add up over time. So, consistency is the long game. It's the quiet work that gets done when the excitement of the initial effort fades. The thrill of starting something new wears off, and reality sets in. It's easy to give up then. But that's where the real growth happens. In the moments when you're tempted to quit, but choose to keep going. That's when the magic happens. There's something powerful about committing to a goal and refusing to back down. When you stay consistent, you create an unshakable foundation for success. You may not see the payoff immediately, but trust me, it's coming. And when it does, it will be the result of your consistent actions. The small, sometimes insignificant seeming efforts that you made every day, over and over again. They all come together to form something great. When you decide to stick it out, no matter how tough it gets, you'll see what's possible. You'll look back one day and realize that the people who quit, the ones who couldn't handle the pressure, are nowhere near where you are. You'll see that the only thing you needed to do was show up every single day, and the world rewards that kind of effort. So don't be fooled by those who promise quick fixes, easy solutions, or instant success. The path to greatness is simple, but it's not easy. It's about consistency. It's about doing the work, even when you don't feel like it, even when things aren't perfect, and even when it seems like no one is paying attention. The world won't care about your struggles, but it will care about your results. And those results come from the simple, often unglamorous act of showing up every single day. Keep going, keep working, keep showing up, because success is waiting for those who refuse to quit. And the ones who win are the ones who stay consistent. Part 2, embracing the struggle. Tough times are part of the journey. The struggle is real, but so is the victory that comes with it. No one ever said it was going to be easy, and frankly, it's better that way. Struggle is what forges strength. It's what shapes you into someone who can withstand the challenges ahead. When you face difficulty, when things get tough and you feel like you're running on empty, that's when the real growth begins. Many people think that success happens when everything lines up perfectly. That success is the result of smooth sailing and a trouble-free journey. But the truth is, the tough moments, the moments that feel like you're fighting a battle uphill, are the exact moments that define who you are and who you're becoming. The struggle is not the enemy, it's the process that gets you to the next level. When you embrace the struggle, you stop seeing it as something to avoid and start viewing it as something that you need to grow. It becomes clear that it's not about escaping the hard times, but learning how to thrive in them. If everything were easy, you wouldn't develop the resilience you need to handle the challenges that come your way. It's when things are difficult that you develop the skills, the mindset, and the grit needed to move forward. You've probably heard this before, but let it sink in. Your biggest challenges will turn into your greatest assets. The skills you're developing in the midst of struggle are the very things that will give you the ability to handle anything that comes next. And yes, it's hard. It's tough to keep going when everything inside you wants to stop. When you're tired, when you've been putting in the work and it feels like nothing's happening, it can be tempting to throw in the towel. But those moments are the defining moments, the moments that separate out those who give up from those who push through. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity to develop a stronger version of yourself. You get better when things get hard. The muscles you build in the gym aren't made by lifting easy weights, but by lifting what feels heavy, what feels uncomfortable. So the mindset you develop in the tough moments is what will carry you through when the going gets rough later on. Sometimes you may wonder if it's all worth it, especially when the progress feels slow or invisible. But the reality is, the struggle is part of the plan. It's not a sign that you're doing something wrong or that you're doomed to fail. It's a sign that you're on the right track, that you're pushing yourself in a way that forces you to grow. Success isn't handed to anyone on a silver platter. It's earned. And it's earned through embracing the struggle, learning from it, and continuing to move forward even when it feels like there's no immediate reward. Think about the last time you really pushed yourself. Maybe it was a tough workout, or a project at work that seemed impossible, or a personal goal that felt out of reach. You didn't get better by backing off. You got better by facing those challenges head on, by choosing to keep moving, even when every part of you wanted to quit. That's where the real transformation happens. There's something about struggle that strips you down and builds you back up stronger. It forces you to develop the ability to say, I don't care how tough this is, I'm going to keep going. That mindset is priceless. When you face difficulty and decide not to give up, you're building a muscle that will serve you for the rest of your life. And when you develop this it becomes a tool that you can use over and over again in every area of your life. But in those moments when you feel like the struggle is overwhelming, it helps to remember that you're not alone. Every successful person has faced hard times, moments where they thought about giving up, where they wondered if all the effort was even worth it. But the difference between them and others is simple. They kept going. They didn't let the tough times break them. They let the tough times shape them. And that's what you can do too. You can choose to let the struggle strengthen you, not defeat you. Every setback you encounter is a lesson, a stepping stone to something greater. It's part of your evolution. In fact, the more you struggle, the stronger you become. Your capacity to handle challenges grows each time you face them head on and keep moving forward. So when you're up against something tough, when you feel the pressure mounting and you want to give up, remember that this is the moment that is building your future. Your strength, your resilience, and your ability to handle even bigger challenges in the future are being shaped right now. There's a reason why the people who stick with it, who push through the tough times, are the ones who succeed in the end. They know that success isn't about avoiding struggle, it's about working through it. It's about not letting the challenges stop you, but letting them propel you forward. So when it feels like you're fighting an uphill battle, remind yourself that this is exactly what you need to become the person you're meant to be. Success is never a straight path. It's filled with twists, turns, setbacks, and challenges. But it's the people who keep showing up during the hard times, who stay consistent through the struggle, that find success on the other side. So don't be afraid of the struggle. Embrace it, lean into it. And remember, it's not the struggle that defines you, it's how you respond to it. Every time you choose to push through, every time you decide not to quit, you're building the character and resilience that will carry you through the rest of your journey. And when you look back, you'll see that the struggle was never something to fear, but the very thing that made your success possible. Part 3, discipline over motivation. What gets you through? The journey to success isn't a path of highs and lows. It's about doing the work even when your energy is low and your motivation is nowhere to be found. Motivation is a fleeting feeling. Some days it's there, pushing you to tackle the world. Other days it feels like you're dragging yourself just to get out of bed. And that's when you realize motivation isn't enough to get you where you want to go. It's good when it's there, but motivation alone won't carry you through the tough times. This is where discipline becomes your best friend. Motivation is like a spark. It lights up the moment. But discipline is the fire that keeps you going even when the spark fades. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about staying committed to the process, even when you don't feel like it. It's the ability to push through the discomfort, to keep showing up even when your body says rest and your mind says quit. Discipline is what you rely on when everything else seems to be falling apart. You've probably experienced this already. There are days when you feel unstoppable, when you've got the drive and the energy to tackle whatever comes your way. But those days are rare. Most days you don't feel like putting in the work. Some days you don't feel like you've got it in you to keep moving forward. And this is where discipline steps in. It's the thing that makes you show up even when you don't feel like it, even when the motivation is gone. Discipline isn't about pushing yourself to do something you hate. It's about showing up for the things that matter to you, whether or not you feel like it. It's about getting things done even when you don't have the energy, because you know that the work is part of the process. It's a matter of putting in the time and effort regardless of how you feel in the moment, because you've committed to your vision and your goals. You can't rely on motivation to get you to the finish line, because motivation is temporary. Motivation comes and goes. Some days it's there, other days it's not. But discipline, on the other hand, stays with you. It's the habit of showing up, of doing the work, even when you're not seeing immediate results. It's the quiet force that keeps you going. Discipline is what pushes you to take action when nothing else is there to spur you on. When motivation fades, discipline is the thing that keeps you going. It's what helps you push through the rough days. And you'll have those days, everyone does. There will be times when you feel frustrated, when you want to give up, when you question whether it's worth it. That's the time to rely on discipline. Discipline says, you don't feel like it? That's okay. Keep moving anyway. You don't have the energy? That's fine. Just do what you can today and you'll keep getting closer. Think about it like this. The difference between someone who succeeds and someone who doesn't often comes down to discipline. The people who succeed aren't necessarily the ones who are motivated all the time. They're the ones who can keep going, even when the excitement fades, because they've built the habit of showing up every day, no matter how they feel. When you commit to something, whether it's a fitness goal, a career ambition, or a personal project, it's discipline that keeps you moving forward. It's discipline that makes you keep working, even when no one is watching, even when no one is applauding your efforts. The people who succeed aren't the ones waiting for the next burst of motivation. They're the ones who are consistently doing the work, even when it's tough, even when no one notices. Discipline doesn't just help you accomplish tasks, it also builds a sense of pride and confidence. When you see yourself doing the things you said you would do, even on the days when it's hard, you build trust in yourself. You begin to believe that you can handle whatever comes your way because you've proven to yourself time and time again that you can push through the obstacles and get things done. That trust in yourself, that belief in your own ability to follow through is priceless. It's what helps you keep going when you're faced with adversity. It's what keeps you on the path when things get tough. And the best part, discipline compounds. Every time you show up, every time you keep going, you're building a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. Over time, those small, consistent efforts add up, and you look back and realize how far you've come. So, when motivation isn't there, when you feel like you're running on empty, discipline is what will keep you moving forward. It's the thing that makes the difference between those who reach their goals and those who don't. It's the consistent effort that pushes you to keep moving, even when everything inside you wants to stop. Success doesn't come from doing one big thing right. It comes from consistently doing the right things, even on the days you don't feel like it. And that's the power of discipline. It turns your small actions into big results. The more you practice discipline, the more you build momentum. The more you build momentum, the closer you get to your goal. It's easy to focus on the big wins, the big moments of success. But the real power lies in the daily grind. The real power lies in staying committed to your goals, no matter what happens around you. The people who make it aren't the ones who give up when things get hard. They're the ones who stay disciplined, who keep doing the work even when they don't feel like it. Discipline is the key to making your dreams a reality. Part 4, building momentum. Small efforts led to big results. It's easy to get lost in the idea of instant results. The belief that success should be quick and that the breakthrough should come right away. We've all been there, right? You start something, put in the effort, and expect to see immediate rewards. But here's the reality. Success isn't an overnight phenomenon. It's built on small, consistent actions taken day after day, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Building momentum is the secret. Most people give up when they don't see quick results, but the real power comes when you keep pushing through, even when the progress feels slow. It's the small steps, the tiny wins, that create the momentum you need to reach your bigger goals. You don't wake up tomorrow and suddenly have the life you've dreamed about, but you do wake up and have another chance to put in the work, take another step forward, and make a little more progress toward your vision. Momentum is a powerful force. When you start making progress, even if it's just a little bit, it becomes easier to keep going. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. At first, it's small, but as it picks up speed, it grows bigger and bigger. And that's how success works. You start with the smallest effort, something simple, something manageable, but over time, those small actions add up. Slowly, without even realizing it, you start building a force that you can't stop. You've seen it, right? The person who seems to always be moving forward, no matter what. Maybe they're getting promoted at work, hitting their fitness goals, or growing their business. They didn't get there by magic. They built momentum, step by step, even when it didn't seem like anything was changing. They kept going when it would have been easy to quit. And eventually, that momentum carried them to places they never imagined possible. So how do you build momentum in your own life? It starts by taking action, even when it feels small or insignificant. It's about showing up, doing the work, and not waiting for the perfect moment to start. The most important thing you can do is start. Momentum doesn't come from sitting on the sidelines, waiting for inspiration to strike, or waiting for things to align perfectly. It comes from action, from deciding to move forward no matter what, and from doing something, anything that gets you closer to your goal. Even if it feels like you're moving at a crawl, even if you don't feel like you're making significant progress, keep going. Because over time, that momentum will start to compound. The small efforts, the daily actions, will start to build upon each other. What felt like a slow, painful climb at the beginning will eventually feel like you're cruising downhill. The hardest part is always at the start, but once you begin, once you build that initial momentum, things get easier. And here's something to keep in mind. Momentum isn't just about doing more work. It's about creating a routine that keeps you moving in the right direction. It's about building habits that reinforce your goals. Because when you create momentum, you don't have to push as hard all the time. You've already built the foundation, and now your daily actions can build on top of that. Momentum makes things easier because you're no longer fighting to get started every day. Your momentum is carrying you forward step by step. Building momentum also comes from. This goes back to the core idea that success is a long game, not a sprint. Every small action you take counts. Each day you show up, you're reinforcing your commitment to your goals, and you're building the momentum that will carry you through the tough times. Success is not a one-time event. It's the result of continuous effort. Momentum is what makes that continuous effort easier to maintain over time. When you look at the people who seem to have it all together, it's easy to think they've had one big lucky break, but that's rarely the case. What they've done is stay consistent long enough to build the momentum that makes things look easy. Their success is the result of many small daily actions that compounded over time. And once you start building your own momentum, it becomes easier to continue. You don't have to fight to keep moving forward. It's like you've set things in motion and they keep going with less effort from you. Don't underestimate the power of small actions. When you're consistent, when you do the little things day after day, you create a wave of momentum that will eventually carry you to bigger and better results. The key is not to stop, not to give up, and to keep taking those small steps forward, even when the results don't appear right away. When you keep going, even when it's tough, when you show up each day and give your best, you'll notice that one day you look up and realize how far you've come. That's when you'll understand the true power of momentum, how the small, consistent actions you took over time added up to something much bigger than you ever expected. And when momentum kicks in, you'll see how everything starts to fall into place. Doors open, opportunities arise. Things start happening because you've built a momentum that's now working for you, not against you. Success isn't a result of one big effort. It's the result of countless small efforts made consistently over time. Momentum doesn't happen overnight, but it will happen if you keep moving forward. The bottom line is simple. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for everything to be ideal. Start now with whatever you have and build your momentum. The more you show up, the easier it will get. Momentum will carry you through the difficult days, through the moments when you're ready to quit, and push you toward the success you've been working for. Because the real key to success isn't a breakthrough moment. It's the steady momentum that builds when you keep going, no matter how slow it seems at the time. Keep moving forward, because the more you do, the bigger the momentum becomes. And that's when things start to change. Part 5, the payoff. Success comes to those who never quit. Success doesn't come from a single leap. It comes from the consistent daily effort that you put in, even when no one's watching. This is where the real payoff lies. It's the reward that only reveals itself after you've been putting in the work, even when it didn't seem like there were any immediate results. The success you're chasing is not a destination you arrive at in a moment of triumph. It's the culmination of everything you've done to get there, every choice you've made to stay consistent, even when it felt like nothing was happening. So often, people quit just before they're about to experience their breakthrough. They give up when things get hard or when progress seems slow, not realizing that the next step they take could be the one that propels them forward. But success doesn't happen because you're waiting for a miracle. It happens because you decided to keep going, even when you couldn't see the results yet. It's the people who stick with it that end up with the success thereafter. Success isn't for the faint of heart. It's not about waiting for the perfect conditions or the right moment. It's about showing up consistently, even when you're tired, frustrated, or unsure of yourself. The reward comes to those who refuse to quit, who keep putting in the work because they trust that their efforts will eventually pay off. Think about the small wins, the little steps forward that might seem insignificant at the time. Those moments don't always feel like success. But when you look back and connect the dots, you see the bigger picture. You see how far you've come, how much you've grown, and how much closer you are to your goal. The path to success is built by taking one step after another, no matter how small those steps might seem. The truth is, success comes to those who never quit. The world is full of people who gave up right before they reached their breakthrough. They gave up because they didn't see instant results, or they didn't feel like they were making progress. But the people who keep going, even when the going gets tough, are the ones who look back one day and realize that they've built something meaningful. It's not about the short-term results. It's about the long-term commitment to doing the work and trusting the process. Here's the thing, you will face setbacks. You will face challenges that make you question whether it's all worth it. You'll face moments when the road feels long, when the obstacles seem insurmountable, and when it feels like no one notices the work you're putting in. But that's when you have to dig deep. That's when you need to remind yourself why you started in the first place, and remember that every effort, no matter how small, is a step closer to your goal. The real test of success isn't how you perform when things are easy. It's how you perform when things get tough. It's how you respond to adversity that will determine your future. Those who succeed are the ones who understand that setbacks are a natural part of the process. They're not a reason to quit. They're just a part of the journey. When you get knocked down, don't let it define you. Get up, dust yourself off, and keep going. Success doesn't come to those who never fail. It comes to those who keep going, regardless of the setbacks. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to become stronger, to build the resilience that will serve you in the future. You can't grow if everything is easy. Growth happens when you're pushed outside of your comfort zone, when you learn to overcome the obstacles that come your way. Here's the beautiful thing about perseverance. The more you persist, the more you learn about yourself. You learn that you're capable of far more than you thought. You discover your inner strength, your grit, and your ability to keep going when everyone else would have quit. Each time you overcome a challenge, you become more confident in your ability to handle whatever comes next. Now, let's talk about the reward, the payoff. Success comes in many forms. For some, it's financial freedom. For others, it's personal growth or achieving a lifelong dream. But one thing's for sure, success is always the result of consistent effort over time. It's the reward for doing the work, for staying committed to your goals, even when it seems like no one is watching, and even when you can't see the finish line in sight. And here's another thing to remember. The more consistent you are, the more success you'll experience. It's the law of compounding. Small efforts repeated over time lead to massive results. So when you feel like giving up, when it seems like things aren't moving fast enough, just keep going. Because every small step you take is another step closer to the person you want to become, and the life you want to live. The payoff doesn't always come in the way you expect. Sometimes it's the quiet satisfaction of knowing you stayed true to your commitment. Sometimes it's a breakthrough, a moment when everything clicks and you realize how far you've come. Sometimes it's the growth that happens within you, the confidence, the strength, the mental toughness that you develop along the way. The payoff comes in its own time to those who keep putting in the effort day in and day out. And that's why you can't quit. Not now, not when you're so close. Success is on the other side of persistence. It's on the other side of your decision to keep going when everything inside you says, stop. It's for the people who refuse to let the tough times define them, who understand that the struggle is part of the reward. So stay the course, keep going, don't quit. Your success is closer than you think. It's in the work you're doing today and the momentum you're building right now. The rewards will come. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Keep working, stay consistent, and the payoff will be waiting for you on the other side. Success comes to those who never quit, and that's you. As we come to the end of this journey together, I want you to take a moment to reflect on everything you've heard. Success is not something that happens overnight. It's not a miracle or a sudden breakthrough that falls from the sky. Success is the result of persistent, consistent effort, of showing up, doing the work, and staying committed to the process. Even when things get tough, I know it's hard. There are days when you're going to feel exhausted, frustrated, and maybe even lost. You might question whether it's worth it. You might doubt yourself and wonder if anyone notices your efforts. But I promise you this, all of your hard work, every ounce of effort you're putting in, is building something. You may not see the results today, but they are coming. The small steps, the daily actions, the grind, they all add up. And one day you'll look back and realize just how far you've come. The world rewards those who stay in the game. The people who succeed aren't always the smartest, the luckiest, or the most gifted. They are the ones who keep going. They are the ones who face the adversity, the setbacks, the failures, and they choose to keep moving forward anyway. They understand that success is not a straight line. It's a winding road full of challenges and detours. But the most important thing is that you never stop moving forward. The world rewards those who stay in the game. The people who succeed aren't always the smartest, the luckiest, or the most gifted. They are the ones who keep going. They are the ones who face the adversity, the setbacks, the failures, and they choose to keep moving forward anyway. They understand that success is not a straight line. It's a winding road full of challenges and detours. But the most important thing is that you never stop moving forward. So don't give up. Don't let the slow progress fool you. Success is coming, but only for those who stay the course. You are capable of more than you know, and the moment you choose to keep going, to remain consistent, even when it feels like nothing is happening, that's when the magic starts to happen. You have what it takes. Your future self is counting on you to keep moving forward. And if you stay true to your commitment, stay disciplined and consistent, there is nothing that can stop you from reaching the success you deserve. You'll look back one day and see that every struggle, every sacrifice was worth it. So keep going, keep working, keep believing in yourself, even when things are tough. The payoff is just around the corner. You are closer than you think. Your success is coming. Stay consistent, stay focused, and never quit.